Okay, Doctor Stone, the newest season. Honestly, it's been getting Doctor Stone's been getting really good, especially with this new season. There's so much just twist with the Y Man and the whole arc with the island. My God, Doctor Stone's been getting so good. The whole war arc, like that was so boring to sit through, but I'm so glad I sat through it because and in the newest arc that we're gonna be getting in the next season, the cliffhanger at the end with going to I won't say anything, but the cliffhanger at the end. Let's just say the arc leading towards it. It's been getting really good. Doctor Stone's really good. Hey, uh, 100 Girlfriends, I really really love you. This show is so whack, but like, oh my god, it's such a good show. It's made me cry several times. Like, it should not be making me cry, but the story, how they write each of the characters is so good. And I love how every character is like an extreme of a dare. Like, Shizuka, I think her name's Shizuka, right? She's a shy librarian, and then she just straight up does not talk in the entire series. She just doesn't talk. She uses a text to speech the entire series. It's amazing. I don't think it's S tier, but it's A tier. Shield Hero season 3. Honestly, after season 2, I did not have much hope for this show, but it's actually decent. I actually really like this season. They get to go through each of the other heroes and go spotlight them, their issues, and then we see them overcome their issues and their difficulties with freaking Mel. What's her name? Or Trash? I don't know. I don't remember her name. But I was like pretty good season. And I like the new girls. Pretty good. Oh my god, this show. Okay. Slight spoilers, I guess, if you really care. But I was watching this show until I dropped it halfway through because this man's like, oh, Blondie here, where she's gonna start living with us, and if I don't fall in love with her, she could screw off. After that entire situation, I just dropped the show for. I can't. I'm already like grasping at straws to try to watch this show. And then with that scene where I hate this Blondie. I hate her. I hate this stupid blonde girl. This show's terrible. Don't watch it. I also dropped this one, but honestly, this show isn't that bad. It's just kind of boring at times. And plus, I already read the manga for this, so I already kind of knew everything that was gonna happen. So I dropped it halfway through, but it's not that bad of a show. It's more like they just keep putting in innuendos, and then like the characters are all too innocent to get any of the goddamn innuendos. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna do something dirty, but the dirty thing is like eating cookies at night or something. Like, it's not a bad show. It's just boring. This show is honestly probably the biggest surprise this season because I thought this was literally just gonna be an otome, like you just your average otome isekai, But it's actually really good. There's a lot of twists there. Slight spoilers, but there's this maid with the brother, and then there's a whole revolutionary. That entire plot twist. Oh my god, it was so good. And then I kind of bawled my eyes out when she had to leave and say goodbye to them because she had the right intentions, but she was being controlled, and nothing they could have done. And then at the very end, the second to last episode, that twist was also amazing. Oh my god, this show is so wild. Like maybe first half wasn't that strong, but second half definitely made up for it. There's so much twist, so much like oh my, it's so good. It's such a good show. Like this show, I actually really like the manga for this one. I've caught up with the manga for this one. I never got to finish it, but like I'm still trying to finish it. I don't know. I don't like the anime as much as I like the manga. I can't really explain to you why, but the anime just seems a bit too slow in my opinion compared to the manga. It's probably like I'm pretty sure it's just a me thing, but sure. I do think it's better than that though. They're not in particular order, by the way. Tearmoon, this is probably the most underrated show this season. Okay, like Tearmoon Fantasy, it's kind of like you mix in Eminence of the Shadow, where this guy's just making BS up and everything's working out in favor, and it's also putting in like ultimate things in there about the princess. And I love the main character. I love the opening ending. This anime probably has the best opening and ending sequence like of the entire season. probably, or at least it's the one I've been listening to most up to recent at least. Oh my god, this show is so good. You should definitely try it out. This is another show I did not. I was really surprised by how good I thought this show was. The main character is adorable. The main cast is adorable. They're all very Yuri, but you know, Yuri's Yuri. Yuri makes any show better. I'm gonna. It's not deserving of an A. The plot isn't like the best you've ever seen, but like it's not the worst plot in the world, right? Like, yeah, I'll put it in B, but it's good. It's good. Shangri-La Frontier. Actually, try reading the manga for this one. The anime really makes it way better because the anime puts in all the action scenes and like you know all the fancy animation stuff that the manga just doesn't. The manga just looks kind of derpy at times because it's a pretty old manga. So you know, yeah, this anime is amazing though. I love the fight scene. I love all the like that. You could tell the people who make this anime actually play games. It's crazy. Unlike you know stuff like Sao where like half the things just make absolutely no sense like game wise. Like parts of this game actually make sense. It's crazy. I wouldn't say the plot's particularly good though, so I'll put it in B. Okay, Freeman, do I really need to say it's S tier? I cried several times. Oh my god, the you know the scene I'm talking about with the demon and then you know Freeman telling her to keep herself safe. Oh my god, that scene was so good. And I love the relationship between Freeman and the hero and also the two companions. Oh my god, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Apothecary Diaries is also probably S tier. You know, I read the manga for this as soon as I watched the anime. Do not regret it one bit. Oh my god, the anime is it's so good. My only problem with this anime is I'm not the biggest fan of Jinxie. He's very pushy at times, and you know, I'm not into that type of thing. But like I see why some people would like that. But you know that he's my only problem with this show. Otherwise, the show's basically perfect. I love the mystery aspect of it. Like it's rare that I find a mystery anime like entertaining because I'm just not the mystery type of guy. But like they make the mystery like very unique, I would say, because it's set in like this ancient time as compared to like most mystery shows where it's like sort of modern. I don't know. There's probably more shows like this, but yeah, I just can't think about them. This show, it's actually not bad. I actually do really like this show. The dynamic between the mother and the daughter, mother being the little girl, it's actually very sweet. And there's this one episode with the butt clouds. It just sounds really bad if you don't watch the show, but like there's this butt cloud that kind of acts as a father figure to this rich girl who's just watching out for her, and this rich girl lost her parents, and like this butt cloud looking thing is just watching after her. That entire episode was like, oh my, it was such a heartfelt episode. It explores a lot of dynamics of like parent figures and then their child and how they get along, and it's just a sweet, wholesome show. Like that's the best way to put it. This is like the opposite. This is the most edgy show I've ever seen, and honestly, it's not bad. It's actually not that bad of a show. It, People give it a lot of crap because it's like overtly edgy, but I think the edge actually like at least for this situation in the world, the setting's definitely very unique. The plot's also very unique. If you really think about it, this show isn't that bad. Like it's just edgy, but edgy doesn't necessarily mean bad. Okay, like I like the show. I like the show. It's not bad. Eminent Shadow. Okay, that's S tier. Oh my god, the cliffhanger at the end with the movie. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I'm caught up with the manga for this one. God idea. I need that movie to come out. Like that's one of my favorite arcs that the movie's gonna be covering. I won't spoil anything for this show because the show's a mess. Okay. Goblin Slayer, not as strong as season one, I would say, but like you definitely see more of the character dynamics in season two compared to season one. Uh, it was it's all right. It's an all right show. Right? That's all I gotta say. The marriage arc was kind of like and then the arc where what's her name, the princess girl steals the chainmail armor and it gets herself caught by goblins. not the strongest arcs. Like it's fine. It's fine. Jesus Christ, I dropped this after one episode. Oh my god, it is such a boring show. They're so lazy with the animation too. There's no lip flaps, and I've also seen like parts where it's literally just like half the episode is just DDR with a pig. That's half the episode. Oh my god, this show is so bad, and it's a slave girl who's like very sexualized by a stupid pig, and it's just and the logic makes no sense. Like, oh, I'm just thinking. I'm not looting you. I'm just thinking it. Like, oh my, it's so bad. I can't. 16-bit sensation. I watched the first episode of this. I don't know why I didn't fit, but like honestly, from the first episode, it's not a bad show. It's definitely unique. I do like all the throwbacks. Like we see, I'm pretty sure we see like Canon. We see what the hell, something Memorial, Tokimeki Memorial. We see a lot of old eroges, old visual novels. I love the throwback for it. I might continue watching it. I'm not sure though, but for now I'll keep it a C because I haven't watched that much of the show yet. This show is the definition of edgy, but like it's bad edgy, you know. This show is just edgy for the sake of edgy. The plot's boring. The entire world makes no sense. The world building is terrible. I dropped this halfway through. I hate this bland ass Kirito ass looking thing, and she's literally just Asuna. Like, oh my god! Like, at least come up with different character designs for them. Like this show, I've seen a lot of like flack for having like quote unquote bad animation, but like that's literally just how like the only quote unquote bad animations is like the games, and like you know sometimes good games just have like not the best animations. You see like Final Fantasy, like people love the older Final Fantasies. They have terrible animation. That doesn't mean and the games is bad. Like that's the only gripe I see with the show. But like it's honestly not a bad show, and it's very rare to see an esports show too. The only one I've seen is Donghua called King's Avatar, and I'm not the biggest fan of King's Avatar because I don't know the game that they play in King's Avatar just doesn't make a lot of sense for esports because it's like they try to make it an esport, but it's also an RPG, and it just doesn't make sense. For this game, it's just your average like shooter, you know, control the area, whatever. I think I don't play those types of games. I know, but like at least the game makes sense for this. Okay, like for an esport. And I mean, yeah, he does have like a really weird relationship with his sister, and not the type that I like. You know, usually I like little sister characters, but like little sister in this show is kind of it's it kind of gives me vibes from what was that show called? Okay, I can't. Yosuke no Sora. It gives me a lot of Yosuke no Sora vibes, a little sister, which I really that's very very uncomfortable. So I don't know. But like the esports aspect of it, I do like how it's pretty unique. The plot's decent enough. I'll put in B, but it's like a low B. It's like a low B. Okay. Spy Families, you know, it's never S, but it's always A. It covered my favorite arc, the boat arc. I was expecting a little more from the boat arc, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a good show. Nothing much to say about it. This one has my favorite opening of the season, probably. Thousand Year Love. Oh my! I listened to it at the beginning of the year, like it's okay, but the more I listen to it, the better it just gets. But the show itself, it's pretty generic. I mean, not gonna. The show is pretty generic, but I do really like the cast, though. I don't know how to explain it. I do like the cast. The plot's pretty bad. The story's pretty generic. Kid from reincarnated 1,000 years. I don't know how many years it is. A very long time ago. He's been hibernating. He's in the modern day with his old zombie powers, and he's overpowered. Whatever. VR MMO something something something. I don't remember the name of the show. Oh yeah, I haven't been naming these shows. Actually, what is this show? What is the show called? I don't remember. I actually just do not remember what the show was called. I'll zoom in. So yeah, These are shows. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, that's maybe a bit too far. I don't remember what the show called. It's VRMO something. Um, it's just too generic. Like they make this whole thing about he's 35 years old. He should play a game for fun. He just wants to play the game for fun, but he does everything that's like out of place, and the game system makes absolutely no sense. Like why would there not be like a healing system in the game, and why is it that no one besides him that's been playing this very popular game ever thought of the build? Oh, what if I use Archer and I sneak? Like the most generic ass like combinations you ever seen. And they're trying to make this out to be like he's this unique guy who does everything differently. And there's no one thought of to make food, and no one thought of to make potions. Like he's the only one who's thinking of these things in like one of the most popular games in the world. Going to the anime. I do really like the Queen though. I have to say I do like the Queen. Other than that, the show's pretty bad. Um, what the hell is it? A Return of Magic Series special. That's what it's called. Um, I read the manga for this one. Honestly, I really didn't like the manga for this one. A, because of art style, which kind of carries over to the anime. I don't like the art style in the anime. It's pretty bad. But the plot is so generic. Oh my god, it's just the most generic, typical like. Oh, I return to the past. I save all my friends from meeting a terrible fate, and I'm overpowered because I have all my knowledge from the past. And if you read manhwas, this is really, really, really generic. If you don't read manhwas and you only watch animes, it's kind of unique, I guess, but I can't. It's just such a boring show. Arknights. This cover is probably my favorite. I don't watch a story for this, but like from the stories I've seen from Arknights, this does cover my favorite arc. I have not caught up with it yet. I'm a few episodes behind on this one, but it should cover the end of the Frost Nova arc, and if it does, like from the game, then this is probably an A tier if it does cover the Frost Nova arc, which I'm 99% sure it covers the ending of the Frost Nova arc. I think that's her name. What's her name? Frost. I'm pretty sure her name was Frost Nova. But yeah, that's my favorite arc of all time, and that's the only time I ever cried in the story of Arknights. Okay, I love the Frost Nova arc at the very end, and her joining what the hell Rhodes Island at before she I won't say much more, even though I kind of gave it away, but All right, this is my amazing list for fall 2020.